of lenses available. So for this example, I'll just pick the S4s. And below that, you can finally pick which lens from that specific line you want the plugin to emulate on your footage. Under all that, you got the master blend, which basically controls how visible the effects are going to be from this plugin. Then there's the overdrive slider, which lets you exaggerate the effects and make them stronger. And this is going to be more visible for some lenses and less for others. You've also got a slider for the sensor size, because these lenses will obviously look differently depending on the camera sensor that they're being used with. And you finally got the f-stop sharpener, which reduces the effects in the center of the image. But if you forget what any of these do, you can just hover over them and it's going to give you a short description about each of them. Now, to be completely honest, as I've been messing around with this plugin, I've mostly been sticking to the options and the presets that are up here in this section, because I find that these work well for what I need out of this plugin, but you could take it so much further with some of the other sections. For example, you've got a list of the individual controls for each of the characteristics of whatever lens you're emulating, and this lets you really fine-tune the part that you like about the look of the lens while toning down the ones that you want to avoid, and you can even extend the ranges for these sliders to push it even more. Then below that, there's a mix and match menu that lets you take the separate characteristics from different lenses and mix them together to essentially make your own custom look. And then there's a settings and quality menu that dives even deeper into fine-tuning the look that you're getting. And this is something that I never touch, but again, if you hover over any of these options, you get a short description of what it does in case you need it. Now, I just want to show you some examples of what this plugin looks like on some clips that I've shot across different cameras while I talk about some of the pros and cons. First of all, right on top, I think this plugin is amazing and it can open up so many creative opportunities for people who want to get a more interesting look out of their camera and lens combo, but might not have the budget to do it practically. The list of available lenses is already much bigger than back when I originally started testing this out, and they have said that it's going to continue growing, so that basically means that you'll be able to get even more out of it down the line. And aside from just the lenses, the team making LensNode also have an option that emulates the specific looks from a few different movies, and I'm guessing that they're going to keep adding onto this as well. So again, it makes it that much more versatile if you're after that specific style. Like I said, there's a ton of customization options if you want to do your own thing and not stick to the presets, and they work just fine for me.
想要吗？主页连结联系我们哦。